What is this? What is this? Revolve, you have some explaining to do. Hello, gorgeous. I am very much aware that Revolve is a company that sells you trends, the latest thing, the newest brands, and I really like them for a very long time. I've always liked them, but I'm very aware that their quality is not the best. And my Fashion Nova bodysuit haul video, I exposed the luxury fashion industry all over again when I saw that a lot of the materials were the exact same at Fashion Nova, and they're both based in Los Angeles. And a lot of Revolve brands are from Los Angeles, which I'm very proud of because I'm an LA girl. But also, I was really surprised a lot of the material percentage cannot talk. This is what happens after coffee. A lot of the material percentages were the same and then marked up at $200, while Fashion Nova was literally $14 for a bodysuit, which is crazy. They probably have the same warehouse, same manufacturer, who knows what. I'll have a link to that video in the description. I did this haul. I was really excited to get a wool coat, and funny enough, when I want to get something more budget, I go to Revolve when I'm shopping for something that is higher quality like this, because they'll have a really good 50% wool blend coat, and this is what I was looking for. However, this was not the situation. A lot of the times also we say, oh, this is polyester, but there are different grades of polyester, and you actually have to experience it in person to understand, oh, I need to set this on a cold wash setting or take this dry cleaned. Don't put it in the dryer. Whatever you do, put it on delicate. If you can't hand wash it, depends on the actual garment itself. Different garments call for different things. I was really disappointed, specifically in the fit. I wanted to try this coat in particular, and it didn't look that shapely on the model whatsoever. So I have no idea what happened. This was supposed to be my hero coat. This is dry clean only. The wardrobe Warhorse hero staple piece that I wear with absolutely everything. It was not. Even the way that the pockets fit, they don't fit in and they show the inside lining. I think it's because of the darting, the way it's stitched on the inside to give it a little bit more shape. I hate when designs add hips, more hips than you need. And I'm one of those people who is a bit on the curvier side. I'll have my measurements below. I'm a very small person, so this was a lot of materials swallowing my entire figure. It looks worse in person, to the point that my boyfriend, I showed it to him as a joke and I said, I'm returning this. I look like a cartoon. It is comically insane. He laughed so hard with all the energy he had and said, you look fat. The reason why I say that is because he's always complimenting my appearance. I know that this was bad if my boyfriend had said this, and when he said that, I laughed so hard. This had potential if it were simply a straight cut or even a flare cut, but it's literally the opposite of a flare cut because it goes back in, kind of like a bubble hip situation. The shoulders, I don't mind a broad shoulder. The thing is, I already have broad shoulders, so if I wear something with padding, it makes me look even wider, and especially if it goes down straight, it just makes me look like a box. So I try to go for hourglass cut coats or anything that's fitted, because I'm so petite, and if I have anything oversized, it looks so unbalanced, so out of proportion. It just it doesn't look good. Sorry for that. I was excited, especially I thought I could save it with the lapel being wider, and I love punking a collar. I love being able to play with the lapel and wrapping it and leaving it open and really styling an outfit. I was really excited to show you all the different outfit possibilities with this, but that didn't happen. So I'm back on the market looking for a new wool coat. I live in Los Angeles, but it still gets cold in the evening. That's when I go out with my girls. So I needed something that is like a blanket or a cloak that I can wear all the time and not feel cold. The cut was a total miss. There's this huge trend of blazers right now that is taking over. And I love blazers. However, I know my limitations with blazers since I have broad shoulders and a smaller frame. Also, I have a chest. It makes everything up here look way bulkier. If you're going to have a lot of lapel or an over-the-shoulder shawl coat, those look amazing on you. I'll create a whole video on how to style your outfits with broader shoulders, but it's still looking flattering, because I think that's really important. You want to look feminine. You want to look like you want to flatter your shape without looking like this bulky block of material. This was a miss for me. This is going back. And just as a heads up, if you think I'm one of those people on the internet who tries on a bunch of things and returns them just to show you guys, that's ridiculous. You have to remember, I live in Los Angeles. Driving to the store And also Revolve, they have an in-person headquarters, but you have to get invited. I'm not cool enough to get invited, and I don't mind. I just want to get a nice wool coat. It takes 1 hour to get to places with traffic. Then you have to pay for valet parking. Then you're seeing if they even have the selection, because everything is always out of stock. There's a huge concentration of people here that I will go to different locations of the same store and none of them have it in stock. I have to call ahead if I'm making that investment. So shopping for things that I need is even more investment than probably the average person who can just walk in somewhere and find something reliable. I will get them online, try them, and then return the ones I don't want. Next, coat. I call them all coat. This is technically an overcoat. This is a formal coat that I was looking for. I love the midaxi to maxi. If it almost sweeps the floor. I'm also getting a lot of my clothes tailored. I'll have a vlog coming out. This coat has a lot of promise. The only thing is it came super creased. I didn't like the roping. This was so disappointing. I was excited. I was really excited. It came with broken hangers, which I absolutely love, you guys. You know, I love some really bad packaging. No, I think it happens in transit when you have a parcel and you don't stuff it properly and people throw it. They launch it like a rocket trying to get as many parcels sorted. Not worried about that. I looked at it and I instantly felt and had the impression that it looked super cheap. Super cheap. It was creased in all the wrong places that if I steam it, it will still look creased in all the wrong places. This was a poorly choice fabric, this polyester. There's nothing redeemable about it because I know it's going to be so high maintenance. I'm going to have to steam it nonstop. I iron it, it's going to melt the material. The way it's woven, it felt really rigid for something that's supposed to be, yeah, sure, it's a little bit structured, but it's more of a smoother cut, and also the sleeves are really bulky, not in a nice way, not in a stylish way. I was really turned off by this jacket. Just the collar and the roping alone. Roping really gives away how cheap a jacket is and how much care goes into the design, craftsmanship. This is not to be messed with. This was not cheap. I'll have all the prices linked below. I think it's important to be transparent about pricing, especially in this day and age. It really makes me mad when a lot of people are saying, well, don't run. You're not one to dictate someone else's expenditures. These are just options. So I don't believe in that. I will tell you what really works for me and what favorites I have. I would highly suggest something, but that's it. This whole entire haul was $533.39. This black coat was, I'm reading here, 100% polyester, 95% polyester, 5% spandex. There's no give in this. There's no flexibility and stretch. Probably around the collar a little bit, but it's more with the lining and the structure of it, not necessarily its wear. It was $159 for a piece of junk that you could have gotten on PLT. Sorry, I actually really like PLT because when they release certain things and certain materials, they are bangers. So I cannot tell you don't buy. Wear whatever the heck you like, okay? I am all about elegance with personality. Focus on personality. I don't believe in removing your entire outfit to restructure your life to be a cookie cutter. I have shopped through Revolve for the past, 7-ish years, if not, I think it's more than that, probably 8 or 9 years. What redeemed the coat was absolutely every detail, everything. The color, I love. I'm in love with this aubergine burgundy Bordeaux. This is 70%, 70% polyester, but 30% wool. The lining is 100% synthetic. I like the lining. I actually don't mind. It keeps you a little bit warmer, but it's not antimicrobial. It's synthetic. It does create a little bit of sweat, so I would obviously have a base layer or a couple layers to separate it. It does have a little bit of wool. It kept me really warm. I was out late at night with my girls. It was really blustery. I was the only one who wasn't shivering, so I could focus on the conversation, the things we were doing. It's a true coat, this coat. And the detail, this was a really hit or miss haul, you guys. The buttons made me think of the Chanel sweater that I have that have similar buttons. I love when they have this emblem detail. This is an anchor, and then it says, yeah, it's an anchor with rope. Very nautical. I don't know what that has to do with the brand. Line and Dot, is that something that has to do with being nautical? Let me know in the comments below if you are aware. I am gonna style the heck out of this in a future video, and I'm just gonna wear it day to day. I have been. I wear it at home because I love it so much. I wear it just to stay warm. I wear it when I go out. I love the heck out of my clothes, so I'm gonna be wearing this to death. This goes perfectly everywhere. I wish I could recreate this in a ton of different colors in my color season because this is so well made. I love me a collared coat because I have broad shoulders and it really makes the whole look even smarter. It makes it look more formal, like you care, and you look more polished. Trim is synthetic from what I'm feeling. It feels a little too perfect. It feels a little too smooth, a little too oily, too plasticky. It doesn't feel like plastic, but it feels like, if you know your materials, it feels synthetic, like plastic. So let me know what you thought of this haul, and if you want more elegant style with attitude and not completely diminishing your personality, changing who you are, subscribe, click the bell, tell all your friends. Watch this several thousand times. It's 100% free. And don't forget to download The Elegant Laws at elegantlaws.com. It's 100% free as well. You shouldn't be boring. I hate boring style, so you should never be boring. If you really feel that, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. This was the most disappointing Revolve haul I have ever had. I'm returning these 2 items, okay? So I'll see you later. Bye!